In the name of God, the most beneficent, the most merciful. My name is Sheik Ishmael Duwa. I'm the president of Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs in Zimbabwe. I would like to touch up a bit about Islamic situation in Zimbabwe. The Muslims in Zimbabwe, most of them, immigrated from neighboring countries. And long time ago, Islam again, it came through with the early traders, who were the Arabs, who came through Mozambique, coming here to trade at Zimbabwe ruins, meeting Portuguese people there, doing their barter trades. That is why if you go to Masvingo today, Chinyika, you'll find those Warembas. They were the people who were the workers of those Arabs in those days. But I'll take during the days where a lot of Muslims flooded in Zimbabwe, that is a century ago, whereby this country was in a federation scenario whereby Malawi used to be called Nyasaland, Zimbabwe used to be called Southern Rhodesia, and Zambia, Northern Rhodesia. And all these three countries were being ruled by one person who was a representative of the Queen of England. That is where a lot of the Muslims who came here from Malawi, neighboring countries, as one country. Now, when they came here, most of them, they were workers in the farms, in the mines. They were used as cheap labor, as we can say so. There was at a time again whereby there was a group which was an organization which they called Mtandizi or Wainera, where these people used to come and grouped together, sent to the different mines. Some were sent even to South Africa to work in mines. And the word Wainera is a Malawian word, means you are fit to do what? To die. Wainera kufa, you are fit to die. Because they were just sent in the mines where they knew that on those days there was no safety. Now, these people, when we attained independence in 1980, most of these people were in farms, in mines, and whatsoever. The problem started when the land reform occurred, when the land was to be taken by the owners. You could find that most of these now, they were in these farms where they were displaced by the new farmers. Because you could find that they made in the farms as their home. Their fathers were working there, and the children there, and the grandchildren there at one farm. They were born there. So when the farms were allocated to the new farmers, that's where they started now finding nowhere to go. I go back a bit. When the ID system started, besides they were coming through just a transfer from Malawi as one country. When the ID system started, these people now, they were called aliens. Whereby now they had children who were born in Zimbabwe. These children, when they wanted to take their IDs, they were just transferring from the father's ideas as alien. Up to now, some they are just transferring as alien. Despite that, they don't know even Malawi, neither Zambia, nor Mozambique or Tanzania. They are just inheriting their father's status, aliens. So this alien now, they are getting difficulties in a lot of things which they are supposed to benefit. Now, these people, when they go to Malawi, they were born here. They are told that, no, here again, you were born in Zimbabwe, and we cannot accept you when you are Zimbabwean. When they're in Zimbabwe, they say, no, you are an alien, go to Malawi. So at the end, they are found like they are on no man's land. However, the government have done quite a lot, especially in Islam. We are a minority. At the moment, we are 1.5 million. Supreme Council data at the moment is 1.2. But understand when we did our researches through all provinces, we are 1.5 million. Pertaining the worship itself, the Constitution of Zimbabwe is covering us on freedom of worship. We don't have any problem on worshiping, provided we don't infringe the laws of the state. As per our religion, Islam, we are very much covered with the Zimbabwean Constitution, which states freedom of worship, provided we don't infringe the laws of the state. On there, we are very much covered. We are doing our worshiping freely, and to an extent whereby you could find that most of the abattoirs we are having our people to slaughter. Halal is very much recognized with our government. Even if you go to the cemeteries, you could find that we've got our Islamic sections where we are buried there. So definitely on Islam, on Islam with the government, we are very much covered. Then when we come to Islam itself, yes, we may say we are politically independent with our government, but not Islamically. Why do I say so? We've got now foreign Islamic organizations who are coming in this country with their ideology. Because long time ago you could find that the Southern Africa, they had one ideology, which is Sunni Muslims. Now these people now, they come with what we call Salafi or Wahhabism, where now they come to impose their ideology to our people. And if you look carefully into their ideology, you could find that they are fundamentalist ideology, where now in their countries they are fighting, they are doing quite a sort of things in the name of Islam, on where Islam is not allowed to kill anyone. It's in the Quran. Either an ant, if you are moving in the bush and find an ant, don't stab them deliberately. Save the life. It's in the Quran. But those people, they will now use. Why? Because those Salafi are sponsored by the Western countries who wants to bring a disorder among the Muslims in the world. So we work with our government trying to enlighten on such things. I'll give you an example of this scenario in Mozambique. Here in Zimbabwe, we cannot tolerate that. I, as the president of Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs in Zimbabwe, we won't allow such things. We go for dialogue, although we don't know why Mozambique they are fighting, we don't know about it, but we don't want people to use killing other people in the name of Islam. We will defend there, because Islam means peace. The word Islam itself, it doesn't derive from a name of a person. It means peace. That's why we say all the prophets who came, that is including Adam, Abraham, Moses, Noah, and others, they were Muslims. We say they were Muslims. Why do we say they were Muslims? Because they came and preached peace. To tell a person to forbid a bad thing and encourage to do good things, that's peace. That's why we say As-salam alaikum. As-salam is a word which derives from Islam. Peace be upon you. So these organizations, they came in the country. They started now using whatever, I don't know, trying to grab now the mosques which were built by the elders. Up to now, we took the case to the police and so forth. But those people, they say we are connected. I don't know what do they mean when they say we are connected. They use monies in all sections. And we were helped. Although now again we've submitted the same issue to the anti-corruption, but we are still waiting. They were going in the name of that, we want to help you. At the end, we could find now our black bishops, sheikhs, are being booted out from the mosque which they built themselves. Because when they came, they said, we want to help you. Then at the end of the day, they come with an eviction order equipped with a title deed, which we don't know where they got. Even when we investigated, you go to title deeds office, there are no title deeds. And most of those mosques, the elders were allocated those land. And according to us, those lands are still state land which cannot obtain title deeds. But those people, they've got title deeds. And these are foreign Islamic organizations which are there in this country. Nowadays, we are involved in all government activities. We are in the national cleanup campaign, because praying is not only going to the mosque and start praying and praying. No, you have to do good to the people. You have to do good, looking after the orphans, looking after the widows, looking after the underprivileged, looking after our own country. We have to develop our own country, because the country are people. It's not the map which you see. That map is just a demarcation, but the country is the people. So we have to help the people. So we are working with the government, and at the moment we've got a listening government. We sit together and so forth. So we are working in action, especially when we submitted those papers, which they grabbed the mosques, which were built by the elders and other donors. We are waiting for the anti-corruption to look into it, although we wrote to the government. We wrote a government narrating onto that through our religious desk. This can be rectified if the government put an ear to us and work together, and we've got V11s. What I'm talking about, I'm not just talking things which from the air. I've got even on documentation where they even wrote a paper saying that we built these mosques. I'll give you an example of a mosque of Masasa. That is ITG, where I was born myself. Because my father was working at Zimfos, and I worked there as a marketing manager. That mosque was built in 1958 by the British Imperial Tobacco Group for its employees. But this organization wrote on a black and white paper, which the government have got in their country, that they built that. But their profile, they say they came here in 1986. How can a mosque which was built in 1958 can be built again in 1986? It's a clear theft, and it's a foreign organization. And to our surprise, we've got children whom we sent abroad to learn Arabic. They've got degrees in Islamic knowledge, Sharia and so forth. But they are made as translators and drivers. They take their own director from Somalia, from Egypt, to come and represent, instead of taking our own children to control those institutions. Those organizations, recently, they got involved. The country where that organization, I don't want to mention the name, was involved on human trafficking. I think you know about it. That is where that organization comes from. And a lot of things happened, but I don't know why the government. Now we've got a complaint in our office, in the Supreme Council, where there have been workers abused. Female workers were abused. And they are not even paid, the workers there. I've got the complaint in my office, which we are working on it. But we are saying that some of these things are beyond our control. The government should step in and look into such scenarios. So looking into the situation of Zimbabwe, repeating again with the government, we are quite okay. We are involved in all government programs. That is including, we're invited now, Supreme Council is participating into anti-corruption. We are on a citizen empowerment committee where 3 representatives are there, and we are in the national cleanup campaigns. And pertaining to our neighbors who are Christians, First of all, some of the section of Christians who are sponsored by the Western countries, they were indoctrinated to show his Muslims are not good people. But when we interacted and we got interreligious council, they are understanding that no, these are good people. So we are working very well with other religions where we go to the seminars together, health councils, we've got Apostolic Council, we've got Judas Caesar Council, we've got Catholic Bishops Council, we've got Zimbabwe Christian Council, all those we are working together. So that is to bring peace and tranquility. I thank you.
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.